I don't know if you can hear the wind howling out there, but it is howling. We got an inch or two of snow last night, and now it is very, very windy today. Can you hear that? How about now? Look at that blowing out there. We're going to go out in that today. As soon as I said that, it got even louder. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a blizzard. Many people think that a blizzard is just when it snows really hard, but it's not. It's the wind that follows it. And I think today's going to be a good day for a movie roulette, but we're going to have to go out in there to to get to the movie. Oh my gosh, this shovel is like, I give up. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful day for an adventure here on Tommy Travels the Second. As you can see, it is a little bit windy outside. You can probably hear it on the camera as well, but today is another good day for a movie roulette. And today's movie is called Fighting with My Family. So it should be pretty interesting. I don't know what it's about, but we will find out. And if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. You guys, this should be fun. Come on with me, let's go see what there is to see. This may look like nicely plowed road conditions, but it is not. All of that wind and snow blows onto the streets, creates moisture, and then little, almost invisible patches of ice. So if you're not careful, well, look at that. Blizzard warning in effect until 6 p.m. If you're not careful, you can wind up right in the ditch. I already saw one earlier on my drive in said ditch. Well, if you just look up at the sky, it looks like a beautiful warm summer day. But then you look down and it's back to reality. What is going on with gas prices? You're killing me, Smalls. Look at that flag though, it's very pretty, blowing in the breeze with the blue sky like that. Cool picture. Well, the nice thing about going to a movie during blizzard conditions, not too many people want to venture outside. And here we are at my movie theater. Not terribly up to date, but I still love the place. Woo, it's windy out. You can probably hear that on the microphones. As usual, any filming that I do inside of the theater will be done from my camera phone. And obviously I won't be filming any of the movie, because that's illegal. Wow, I didn't even see this machine last time. This is kind of newer. Sega UFO catcher. Look at that, I just did a whole thing on UFOs. And I have found some alien activity right here at my local movie theater. And if you're with a friend and you want to get a photo together to document your activity for posterity, they have a photo booth here for you. Just go behind the curtains and you can come out with some photos like this. And look at this, you guys. They're coming out with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Exactly what the world has been waiting for. This movie could bring about world peace. Sometimes I'm sarcastic. And look at this, there's a movie called Ugly Dolls that's coming out, which seems like, wow, what a dumb movie, but you know what? It's gonna be a hit, because it's got Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, whoever that is, Janelle Monáe, Blake Shelton, and Pitbull in it. Holy cow. Those are some big celebrities. And people are going to spend a lot of money to see these guys. Just because of that. Well, look at this. They've got a new Men in Black movie coming out. Starring Liam Neeson, Chris Hemsworth, and Tessa Thompson. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this one. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith were pretty good. I don't think this is going to be a movie roulette. I'll know too much about this one by the time it comes out. And so now I'm all done with my movie, so I'm about to give my review, but I just thought I'd show you this. The parking lot, all cleared off, and sometimes you wonder, with all that snow, I wonder where they put it all. Well, I think we have our answer. Look at this giant mountain of snow that they have accumulated here. Wow. That's one thing about Minnesota winters, like during the January, February, March months, the whole landscape of everything just completely changes for a while. Well, we got lucky. 2 weeks in a row, and I have done very well in the movie roulette department. I saw a great movie last week, Can You Ever Forgive Me? And this week, I saw Fighting with My Family. And I thought going into this movie that it was going to be one of those, well, what about my needs kind of movies. You know, where the best friend gives the philosophical lines about life. Well, sometimes you don't always get what you want in life. You have to fight for it. That kind of stuff. I don't care for those kind of movies unless I'm in a specific mood for one. And this was not. This was not even in the realm of what I thought it was going to be. It's a movie about a family that is into wrestling. They mean literally fighting with my family. This surrounds a story about a girl, the little sister, the baby girl of the family, named Soraya, who grows up. She doesn't really want to be a wrestler or anything when she's very little, but that's the family business. And she winds up wrestling her brother. And once she does that, she loves it. And the whole family's dream is to break out somehow into professional wrestling. And, well, Soraya gets her chance. And this movie has so much heart. You have to really see it for more than just like a wrestling type of a movie. Like, I thought, well, I'm not a big wrestling fan, but it's as much about just the family and getting to know who they are and their ins and outs as it is about the wrestling part. The wrestling is almost a kind of a side note there for a while. It gets to be more and more towards the end, but it's a movie that has a lot of heart. Because what if one person in your family got to do what the whole family dreamed about? Got to have a chance to make it in that industry. Well, then you've got the rest of your family going, well, why couldn't I have made it? It's got that kind of a dynamic in there. And then the other thing that I thought was cool is this movie had a really neat inside look of what it's like to actually make it into the WWE, because you don't just get thrown right into the ring as soon as somebody says, hey, you look like you could be a good wrestler. You got a great personality. No, there's a lot of training that goes along with that. And that's where Vince Vaughn's character comes in. He plays the guy that brings them all down to Florida and puts them in the test ring to do the training at the facilities of the WWE, and he puts them through their courses. It is not easy to become a wrestling star in that business. It's they push you to your limit, and it's a lot of working out, a lot of learning how to do the not only the wrestling moves and the acrobatics of it all, but also the promotions and marketing part of it, trying to make your own character. And it's a lot more to it than what it looks like when you just see it on TV. And Vince Vaughn's character is absolutely perfect in this movie. You know, Vince Vaughn, he can pretty much just play himself nowadays. The exact character that he plays in most of his other movies, he's that guy in this one too, but it works absolutely beautifully. Also, The Rock is in this movie. He's one of the producers, or Dwayne Johnson, as we'll call him, as he likes to be called, and I respect him for that. Dwayne Johnson. He appears in this movie as well, and he's one of the highlights because he has one of the funniest scenes in the whole thing. I laughed out loud at what he did in this movie, and so it is very much worth seeing. Whether you see it at the theater or wait for it to come out on Netflix, if it comes on the internet or at the theater, whatever it is, it's worth taking a look at because I really enjoyed this movie. And so Fighting with My Family gets an 8. On a scale of Eat, Pray, Love to 10. And it would have gotten a 7, but it's based on an actual true story. So it gets an extra point for that. So we get an 8. It would have gotten a higher score as well, but there were some points in the movie where you could tell that Hollywood writers got their hands on the script and said, oh, let's throw this little moment in there. You know that did not happen in real life exactly how they showed it on the screen there. And so that there was a couple points in there. I'm not going to say exactly what they were, but it was a little distracting for me. It's like, oh, okay. All right. Hollywood writing right there. So that's why it gets an 8 instead of a 9 or 10. Other than that, I really did love this movie. So 8 out of 10 on a scale of Eat, Pray, Love to 10. Well, this has been another successful adventure on Tommy Travels the Second, doing some movie roulette with the movie Fighting with My Family. And by the way, if you do see that movie, wait until the very end as the credits roll. They show the actual family that they are portraying, and you'll see how well cast this movie is. It's very well done for that. And so, if you guys liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. Please go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And thank you guys so much for the support that you've been giving me so far, and I hope to catch you on the flip side.